Cancer, and welcome to your April 2023 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came up is the Queen of Pentacles. So right away, we're talking about your security. We're talking about your inner knowing that you're sitting on your throne, that everything is safe, that you have what it takes to accomplish anything, your worth, your value, and so on. After that, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Seven of Wands. So here we have our fire, okay, the wands, and we are in Aries season. Here you are using your fire to protect your Queen of Cups. Your Queen of Cups that is emotionally a bit overwhelmed. So this is really emotional security here. And here there's a sense of putting boundaries, protecting yourself, using your energy to protect your emotions. The third card here, I have the Six of Cups. And with the Devil in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. So right away here, there's something that you are protecting emotionally. It's all in order to, because the Six of Cups is having an open heart that can receive and give unconditionally, knowing due to their self-love that only, let's say, positive, conscious vibrations shall be allowed. And I will not it's white flowers. It's purified, living water that helps us grow. This is what they're giving to one another. And this is what an open heart, not a sacrificial heart that can be hurt, but an open heart is all about. And here, that means that, of course, there's like this last, because they're on the way out. They're not completely out because you need that sword here that would allow you to have faith again. See, with that white flower in your hand. And so that this guy is completely gone. Under our Queen of Pentacles, I have the Knight of Pentacles, but the Knight of Cups in reverse. And under that, I have the Queen of Wands. So, Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands are upright. They're talking to one another at the beginning of the month. And one is saying, talking about what she desires, what she aims for. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying, I want security. I want to attain my goals. I want to be sure that, prosperity continues and all of that. But I'm stumbling here when it comes to following my heart, following what I love, receiving a cup from a genuine movement. It's more in reverse. So here they're kind of talking about this at the beginning of the month. Almost like, what do you really want? Or is it possible to have water and earth at the same time? Under our guy here, we have the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the Chariot is that movement forward of, when our unconscious and our conscious, our feminine, our masculine are going in the same direction, guided by our aspiration. And the Seven of Pentacles, when it's up here, we're reassessing, not sure, we don't have any more results. Here we're like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm actually addressing what makes my Queen of Cups overwhelmed emotionally, and I'm going to push myself to push away what is hurting it. Does it make sense? All right. under our Six of Cups and the Devil, we have the Knight of Wands with an Ace of Wands, and there's a bit of anxiety with that Ace of Wands. So in a way, it's almost like your state of being this month brings in a new beginning, a new passion that you can, in the here and now, decide to choose. But there's anxiety around it because you still have some leftover old karma where you have a hard time believing in this, or you have memories of this that were karmic, not true, or whatever. So let's clarify here, just to make sure what it's all about. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. I call upon my guides to help me clarify this reading for Cancer for the month of April 2023. Cancer Spirit. Cancer. Queen of Pentacle. Why is the Queen of Pentacle there? Okay, I have this and these guys flipped. Okay, the Five of Cups. And here we have the King of Cups, but with the Pope in reverse. So this is really, the King of Cups is it's like your emotional intelligence, okay? You would not betray how you feel, but you don't know how to apply what you understand emotionally as a truth and apply it into your life. This is where it's because you were hurt in the past. And so this will be about reclaiming the power of the Pope. What is the power of the Pope? Once we have the power of the Pope, we're not afraid of this happening again. Okay? Because right now it's almost like it's the truth. For your safety, don't put yourself out there with your heart like that. That's what it means. Secure your ground, anchor yourself like the crab on the beach, because if not, you can be hurt. So that's why you have this energy. But the power of the Pope is that, you see, makes that mudra as above, so below. And he has two keys here in the bottom. And these are the keys of incarnation. He chooses what is above from the divine, will pass through him and will come below. So what will pass? The keys of incarnations are the keys of what will take flesh, karna, what will take flesh in this world, from what is above. So that means from the infinite potential, non-judgmental, that is the divine, that is kind of open to experience anything. Nothing is bad, nothing is good. It's only after, when it arrives here, that we start separating this. But he brings it and he chooses what will take precedence. He's been given discernment by Jupiter, so he uses it into choosing with his sovereignty what will take precedence or not, what will take karna or not. So, but here is in reverse. It's almost like being hurt would happen even without my consent, even if I use my discernment. I can't trust it. Let's look at the Knight of Cups in reverse and Knight of Pentacles. Doesn't mean that you don't live a hurt-free life if you master your Pope. That doesn't exist, because there's always like new situations that it's been asked again. How am I going to deal with that? What am I doing with this? How am I managing this? But when we reject it before it happens, in case of, then we're cutting ourselves from what we can experiment. So here I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, the Empress, okay, and behind that we have Page of Cups. Investing in love. There's a lot of mystery around it. And that's your card, okay? You're the Moon, and here with the Divine Feminine on top of it. So everything that has to do with unconditional love, it's almost like you can believe more the abundance part than the unconditional part. There's stuff from your unconscious, from your roots, from your bloodline, from the memory, from your house, that comes up to the surface and that you will have to address. And it's all about being able to invest yourself in this world and follow your heart at the same time, that these two concepts are viable together. Let's look at the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is all about knowing what we desire, because unconsciously that is what we are going to attract. Six of Wands, she's ready to let in the past what were the battles about. She's like, I don't have anything to prove anymore. I'm not, I don't want to resist. If Six of Cups would come into my life, I don't want to resist anymore. This is what I desire, but it's like if emotionally you're not ready yet. You want it, but emotionally you're resisting it without even knowing it. Let's look at that Queen of Cups in reverse with that Seven of Wands. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Cups, Wands in reverse. So the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it's like the emotional turmoil of having lost or have been hurt from something that was there for a very long time, and now we're overprotecting ourselves, and we're not willing, because while we're in the Seven of Wands, we're not in the Four of Wands, where this is like the 11-11. This is like, oh yeah, I can choose easy happiness, that it is possible that I can rejoice with other people and at the same time remain my integrity of my worth and my abundance and all of that. For some of you, the past cycle is finished, and the next cycle wants to be in a beautiful, balanced emotional setting. And your Queen of Wands, your will is ready for it. Your Queen of Pentacles does not know how to apply it. You won't betray yourself emotionally. So this is very how-to this month for you, Cancer. Waiting and looking at this. Let's look at your Chariot. Chariot for Cancer. For some of you, it can be like, oh, I want to follow my dream that I love, but I have this idea that it's, if I follow my heart, I will be hurt. Okay, so here, a beautiful judgment on that Four of Wands in reverse. Empress in reverse. So the Four of Wands that arrived there is coming back again. In order for that Chariot to move forward in success, because he's not sabotaging himself, I have to pull a judgment on that door exists and I have to cross it. That door where on the other side I can be happy and secure at the same time. So I'm not waiting anymore. Seven of Wands. Moon in reverse. So that means that what was hidden is now appearing, but I have to understand it. Page of Sword. And here I have a couple of other cards, but we can see a bit what it was about. See the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Pentacles upright, and the King of Sword in reverse, like our Page of Sword. So this is really like maybe your last Ten of Pentacles was a Ten of Pentacles of sacrifice. The only way I had my security and safety was if I sacrificed and denied myself. So the idea of honoring how I feel and still being safe and prosperous and so on is almost like it doesn't fit, doesn't compute. And you need to find that truth, that idea, that concept that's going to make this possible for you. Now the Six of Cups with the Devil in reverse, the Fool in reverse. Okay, so we have our Queen in reverse again, Queen of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. And although here this is good to have this guy, maybe you're going to become conscious of how mentally you can hurt yourself. You can actually hurt your own heart mentally with beliefs and the way you perceive things. But you're going to have to allow yourself to believe that this is a path that exists and that you can take it. Here I have the Eight of Wands, which is being in those moves. It's a bit like I'm going to make the moves, but I don't really know if I have the power or the capacity to follow through. I'm going to apply for the job of my dreams, which would fulfill me and make me so happy. But at the same time, I don't know if I'll be able to. If this is a concept that exists. There might be around it things that will make it painful because I cannot have it all. It's like this kind of process that's going to become obvious this month. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. because I wouldn't be surprised if there's this new beginning, because we do have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, but you have to go and get it. Okay, so Knight of Wands, it's like part of you will be like, yes, go, let's go, I'm doing it now, but I'm super afraid. I'm not completely lost in projections, but I still hold my old lies as truth. It's almost like it doesn't fit with a belief that you have. Ace of, and that's why you have anxiety with that new beginning. You're on your guards. It's, I don't know if I'm quite ready, because I'm still conflicted, because I understand the concept of balance and unconditional and receiving from an infinite source, not expecting anything and not having to do anything to deserve. I understand the concept of it, but I haven't embodied it yet. So that's why when that new thing arrives, there's anxiety around it, because there's a part of me that doesn't believe it. I'm conflicted. I'm going to call this too good to be true, because that's the thing, that's kind of the, I can't have it all. I don't know how to have that sovereignty over my life where, yes, on the other side of that threshold, in that new path, it's going to be a Six of Cups and a Six of Pentacles at the same time. It doesn't have to be just emotional or just financial or value. It can be both. And I shall go for both. So your will wants it, but there's this stress of actually embodying it. So, too good to be true, question mark. That's going to be your title, my beautiful Cancers. And no, it doesn't have to be too good to be true. You can have it all. So, on this, my beautiful Cancers, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, there's the website below. You just go on it. And there's the services, the types of readings you can book. There's the schedule and all of that. So on this, all my love and light for this beautiful spring of ours. And I'll see you next month.